So I was going through some spare parts that I had, and I came across this Chinesium 30 pick 3 carb replacement. It's a piece of crap. It never worked like it was supposed to, no matter how much adjusting you did to it. But instead of just ditching it, I thought I would make a light out of it, like a little nightstand light, a little nightlight kind of thing. Mount it to a piece of wood, and maybe use like a C7 LED bulb for the light, and get like a little dune buggy style air filter, air cleaner for the shade. I'll keep the little offset that you use for, you know, like an alternator, and that way it should set flush on a piece of wood or something I can use for the stand. But I thought that'd be a nice little project. Again, instead of just throwing it away or pawning it off on somebody else, I'll make use of it. We'll make a light out of it. So I'll order all the parts that I need to do it, and I'll bring you guys back whenever they get here. I'll talk to you all later. Alright, so I thought I'd go ahead and cut a piece that I'm going to use for the base. This is just an extra plank of decking plank that I had left over, and I thought that'd be a good size for the base of the carburetor lamp. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here and square it up, and we'll go from there. Alright, I think that'll be a good size. Kind of test fit it here. Yeah, I think that'll be perfect. I'll drag the router out and route around the edges to kind of make it round like this, and we'll see what it looks like then. Okay, do as I say, not as I do. Should be using this. Yeah, kind of like that look, something a little different. All right, I'll bring you guys back. It's time to do the next step. Okay, so here I've marked on the bottom. This will be the top where the carburetor sits. On the bottom of where the holes need to be to mount the carburetor, but I want the nuts to hold it in place to be countersunk. So I'll use this 3/4 inch drill bit to make countersink holes for the nuts that'll hold the carb on. All right, that ought to be good. I'll finish drilling the holes to mount the carburetor and find some nuts to fit it, and we'll go from there. I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Okay, I found some nuts from a different project that fit the studs of the carburetor. Should be just long enough, hopefully, that I can get them started on the bottom here. Of course, this isn't permanent. I have to take it back off to stain the base here. I just want to make sure these will work. It'd be easier if I had a socket. Alright, there's that one. And that one. Alright, that'll work just fine. Like I said, I'll probably stain this maybe like a dark ivory stain. I don't know yet. The air cleaner should be here tomorrow, and the C7 LED bulb assembly should be here tomorrow as well. But so far so good. Okay, I'll bring you guys back when I'm ready to move on. Okay, I've got to the point now where I want to take the carburetor off the stand, give it a light sanding with some probably 300 grit sandpaper, and apply the stain. I'm going to go with this dark walnut stain. I think it'll give it a nice look and kind of contrast with the carburetor and the air filter that'll be on top. I'd originally thought about aging this, making it look old and rough, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it with this original finish, and that's why I've opted to go with the dark walnut stain. After the stain is applied and cured, I'll give it a good coat of this polyurethane spray, this clear, just to seal it in really good. So now I'm going to take the carb off, give it a sanding, give it a good coat of stain, and I'll bring you back and show you the finished product. One thing I had forgot to mention earlier is I'll need a place for the electrical wires to come up for the light. So I had marked on the base where I need to drill a hole to get the electrical wires run up to the carburetor. Once I do that, I'll give it a sanding and go ahead and apply the stain. Okay, unfortunately, the air cleaner did not arrive in the mail today, and it being Labor Day weekend, I probably won't get it till Tuesday or Wednesday, but that's okay. What I did get was the fixture for the light bulb. This is what I'm going to be using. This here. Of course, I'll have to modify it somehow to get up through the carburetor. It's got some little off-on switch here. I think this was like maybe $6 on Amazon. And these are the bulbs that I'll be using. These little C7 style LED bulbs. I'm curious to see about how bright they're going to be. So we can give it a quick test here. Let's see. Maybe. There we go. Oh yeah, that's nice and bright. That's what I wanted. Alright, so the stain is drying on the base. I'm going to give it a couple coats of this polyurethane once it's completely dry. But anyhow, this is the light fixture that I'll be using. It'll come right up through here like that. And once the air cleaner arrives, we'll see about how we're going to mount it inside of it there. So I'll bring you back once the base is done and the carburetor is installed, and then we'll figure out a way to get this up through that. Okay, I'll bring you guys back in a bit. One thing I will have to do is remove this socket to get it up through the base and up through the carburetor. And I should be able to just pull it out easily like that. to release the solder here. If you don't have one of these, I highly recommend it. It's a butane soldering iron, heats up very quick. Just turn the gas on, light it up. You see how it starts to get hot immediately. Hopefully get hot enough to melt this solder here. There you go. There's the side. Let's see how I can do this. There's the bottom. That quick. Then when you're done, just turn the gas off, let it cool down. I love this. Okay. I didn't mess anything up. Should be able just to solder the wires back on there when I'm done. This will allow me to get them up through the bottom of the base and up through the carburetor. Okay. Once this is dry, the polyurethane is dry, we'll go ahead and mount the carburetor back, get the wires pulled up through there and resolder everything back, and we'll go from there. I'll bring you guys back when I'm ready. Okay, now that the polyurethane is cured and dried, I'll go ahead and get the wires fed up for the light. Should come right up through here, hopefully. A little twisted. There we go. I want to make sure we have enough so that the on-off switch is hanging out the back, which it is. Alright. So what I'll do now is go ahead and get this put back on. That'll go there, and then the socket, get it back on, and now I just got to solder this back on here. Let me come up with a way to hold that, and I'll let my soldering gun heat up here, and I'll bring you back in just a second. Okay, should have everything heated up here. Go ahead and add some solder to that. Okay, that should take care of the side. Again, if you don't have one of these, you don't know what you're missing. They're awesome. I'll leave a link in the description for these. Right off Amazon. I can't remember the price, but I'll leave a link below. Alright. Now, I need to do the bottom. See if I can get it held in here pretty good. I don't want to crush the ball, but I just need something to hold it. Okay, we'll add just a little bit of solder. And that should do it. Turn the gas off. Done. Let that cool down. Alright. Okay, that all looks good. Let's plug it in one more time just to make sure it works. And it does. Okay. And with that off, should be able to just push this back down in here like that, and this will come back up. Now once the air cleaner gets here, I'll have a better idea of how I want to mount everything. Hopefully this light will clear, but I should be able to just kind of like pull these out and like wedge them down in here, and that should be enough to hold it in place. So I'll probably use a little hot glue, but something like that is how it should work. Let's check it one more time. Oops. Hang on here. There we go. So something like that, and hopefully the air filter will clear it. Again, I won't know till it gets here. So I'll bring you guys back in a few days once the air filter gets here, and we'll give her a whack and see how it works. I'll see you guys in a bit. So one more thing, if I don't have enough space to do it like this, I should be able to take that little cap off, and that'll give me that much more room. That's bright. So again, I won't know until the air cleaner gets here as to how everything's going to fit in there, but something like that looks pretty promising. And maybe just drop some epoxy or some hot glue right here just to hold the brace in place. But again, once the air cleaner gets here, we'll go from there and see how everything works. We'll see you guys in a bit. I was just going to use these felt pads for feet, but I come across these little rubber feet pads that I had from a different project, and I thought I'd go ahead and use them. That should give plenty of room for the electrical cord to pass underneath without rubbing anything. So let me put one of these in here and see how it does. Let's see, let's do it like this. Yeah, that should work good. I'll put the other ones on and I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Okay, so I got all 4 feet on. I like that, I like the look. And again, it should allow the cord to clear the bottom, no problem. So yeah. Hopefully the air cleaner will be here today, and I can finalize how I'm going to do this part here. So I'm just waiting for the mail to run. Once it arrives, I'll bring you guys back and we'll take a look at it and go from there. All right, so the air cleaner did come today. So we can go ahead and test fit it on here and see if it's gonna work the way I hope it will. Let's get this on here real quick. That'll go over here. Actually, I don't see a need to have the clamp on there, so we won't put that on. This here will fit over this way. Filter will go on here. And that will fit just like that. Alright, so hopefully, let me see here. Should be plenty of room for even the cap to fit on top. Oh yeah, that'll be perfect. Let's see if it's gonna light up the filter. Oh yeah, I like it. Okay, what I'm going to do, since we know that works, is I'm going to hot glue this in place right here. So let me break out the hot glue gun and I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Okay, actually, after looking at this, with the base of the air cleaner pushed all the way down, it actually holds this in place. So if this bulb will fit back in here without any trouble, I can even move it forward if I need to. Like that. That isn't going anywhere. That's perfect. All right, let's put the filter back on. I think maybe we got lucky here. I like it. I think we're going to call that good. And it works. So in theory, 50 years from now, if somebody wanted to take this carburetor off and throw it on an old Beetle, it should work. All the parts are still there. So I'll get some better pictures here. I'll end the video now. But this wire here, I haven't decided if I want to keep it on there. It just goes from the choke to the idle shut-off valve. I might put a different color one on there. I don't know. You'll see in the final pictures. But all in all, I really like the way it turned out. It's a nice little project. If anybody's interested in one of these, let me know, and I'll build you one for the right price. I'll leave all the parts that I used, that I actually bought. I'll leave links in the description below. But yeah, this is something anybody could do. And I really like the way it turned out. So I'll get some better pictures of it when it's dark and let you be the judge. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video and this little project. If you did, please take a minute and give me a thumbs up. I'd certainly appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribed to our channel, you know, please consider subscribing. We do all kinds of neat little projects, especially this time of the year with Halloween coming up. Again, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, just let me know below. I'll talk to you guys later.